Hello, my kindergarten friends. I hope that you're having a really good day. And I noticed, I don't know if you noticed, it's pretty windy outside. So Mrs. Gross and Mrs. Halliburtt, Mrs. McKee and I thought that it would be fun if we could use the wind in a neat way. So I created, let me show you, a little windmill. And so it stands on its little popsicle stick. Oh, and it falls over, and see, if I turn it towards you, you can see that it spins. So I'm going to show you how you guys can make one kind of similar. Let's see if I can get my phone to stay back up again. There we go. Okay, so here's the list of things you'll need. 3 popsicle sticks. So the ones that I used are a little bit thicker than a regular popsicle stick, and then I ran out of them. So then I have tiny ones which are smaller than a regular popsicle stick, but that's okay. So you can have smaller or bigger or regular popsicle stick size, it does not matter. And you need a straw, so a plastic straw. Or if you don't have a plastic straw, you can use tape because we don't have plastic straws. So I'll show you how I use tape. You need a chopstick, or I used a knitting needle, and it's not being hurt at all. So it's okay to just borrow it for a little while, if it's okay with mom or dad or grandma or grandpa. White glue, which I also didn't have today. So I used Gorilla Tape. It's like duct tape, but black. It's strong. You could use Scotch tape too, I'm sure it would be fine. Thin cardboard. So I had a notepad, this notepad, and I cut the back off of it so that I could cut a circle out of this. So if you could draw a circle or get somebody to help you draw a circle or trace a circle. And then the last thing you're gonna need is some scissors to cut that circle out. So that's the first thing that we're gonna do, is cut out, get my concentration face on to do a nice job. I wanna try to follow that line as carefully as I can, keeping my elbow tucked and my thumb is reaching to the sky. Being really careful not to cut my fingers. And there is my circle. You can still see a little bit of the pink pen that I used. Then what you're gonna do with your sticks, is you're gonna stick them on like this. It's much easier if you put it down, but I'm just doing this so you can see it. And then I'm gonna tape them together. So when they're kind of, if I switch this, kind of even, then I'm going to tape them like that. So I'll show you again here. Stay there, phone. It's not as fun as being in class with you guys, but we do what we gotta do, right? A little bit of tape. I wanna kinda leave a space in the middle because, in the middle of this cardboard, we need to put a circle, a hole. So I'm actually going to move these out a little bit farther apart, and I'll show you that as soon as I get the tape on it. I had better scissors for this, but I accidentally broke them. I tried to cut the wood, and my scissors broke right in half. So don't cut your popsicle sticks, everybody. Lesson learned. One little piece of tape. And if I cut this one in half, how many pieces of tape do I have now? 1, 2, 3. And what color is it? This is black on one side and gray on the other. Okay, so I'm going to tape these down. Tape's a little bit too big. It's going to make putting a hole kind of difficult. So there. You can see I taped one piece of tape on every stick. I'm just folding the tape over so it's not sticky. Then I'm going to actually use my broken scissors, just one side. This is a part that you're probably going to need some help from mom or dad or big brother or big sister or somebody that is there that can help you. Put this on top of my notepad so I don't hurt the countertop. I'm going to put a little hole right in the middle. A pencil, a sharp pencil would work for this, would work really good for this, actually. I just don't really have a sharp pencil. I can use my pen though. If I stick my pen in there, look at that, it worked. Now there is a hole in the middle of my cardboard. It's starting to look a little bit like a windmill, isn't it? Now this is the part where you're going to need your knitting needle or especially your straw. So I made a piece of tape about that big. Show you on my hand, about the length of my finger. There you go. And what I'm going to do is take my straw, so I have a metal straw instead of using a knitting needle this time, and I'm going to wrap it around backwards so that the sticky part of the tape is on the outside, which makes it really hard to do this taping. Show you. Now, look, my straw moves really easily because it's not sticking to the tape. So I make sure that there's a little bit of an edge. I don't know if you can see how far, you can't really see. But now I'm going to turn the tape and make it go. I'm going to put this back in, back the other way, so that it's not so sticky on the outside. I'm just going to wrap all the way around. And now I kind of have a little straw that isn't sticky on either side, made out of tape, and it spins. So that's what I used on that one. The tricky part now is getting that piece of tape and my straw to fit into this hole in the middle. So what I might do is bend this, because it can bend right now when you don't have your straw in it. Make it really small, stick it through my hole that I made, and then I'm going to put this straw back through. Ta-da! Choo! This one is a little bit bigger than my other one that I made, but if you get a smaller straw, or if I use the other end of my knitting needle that I have, look at that, it spins on its own already. Ta-da! And you could just carry it like that and spin it around. You don't need to make a base for it at all. And actually the base that I made is not very supportive, and I really need to hold it anyhow. So maybe what I would suggest is just making a little handhold. So you could use a couple popsicle sticks or a piece of cardboard or anything and tape it to your knitting needle or your straw or whatever it is that you have going through this piece, or a chopstick, and just hold on to that once it's all taped, and then you have made yourself a little windmill. And I hope you guys have lots of fun playing with that outside in the wind. I'd love to see some pictures of you playing with it, or maybe getting blown around outside. And I hope you guys are having lots of fun, and I miss you lots. I'm gonna give you a great big air hug and an air 5 and an air pound it. And yeah, miss you guys lots. See you later.